Amanda Knox, who was acquitted in 2011 of the 2007 murder of her roommate Meredith Kercher, after spending 4 years in an Italian prison, recently recounted an exchange with police at an airport regarding her past imprisonment and her current work. Knox shared in a series of posts on X that she was boarding a flight to Dublin from an airport in Seattle to promote her new memoir, Free: My Search for Meaning, when she was stopped by police officers. They inquired about her travel plans and what she intended to do in Ireland. Knox explained that she was going to be interviewed on television for her new book, which discusses reintegrating into society after prison. When asked by the officers about what she did to end up in prison, Knox replied, "Actually, I didn't do it." Upon being questioned about the duration of her imprisonment, she stated she was incarcerated for 4 years until she was found innocent. One officer allegedly remarked, "That long, you probably don't like police that much," to which Knox responded, "They make me uncomfortable." Knox described how around 40 people had already passed by her as she remained stuck on the jet bridge, answering questions from the police. The officers then asked her about writing books and if that was how she earned a living. Knox mentioned that she also had a podcast called Labyrinths with Amanda Knox. When asked about the podcast's content, Knox replied that it covered a lot of things, including coercive police interview methods. After this exchange, the officers allowed her to proceed, reportedly saying, "Safe trip." Knox provided additional details about the encounter in the comments section, noting the location and mentioning that the police gave no reason for stopping her and asking questions. However, she did not disclose when the incident occurred or if anything happened before or after. Knox and her then-boyfriend Rafael Salcedo were accused in 2007 of murdering Kercher, who was found dead in their shared home in Perugia, Italy. After nearly 2 years in jail and an 11-month trial, an Italian jury found Knox and Salcedo guilty of killing Kercher, sentencing them to 26 and 25 years in prison, respectively. In 2011, an appeals court overturned the most serious charges against Knox, citing mishandling of DNA evidence during her second trial. The case was retried, and Knox was again found guilty of murdering Kercher, but this verdict was overturned once more after Italy's highest court identified significant errors in the investigation. Ruddy Gedd, who rented a section of the same home as Knox and Kercher, was found guilty of murder and sexual assault and sentenced to 30 years in a separate 2008 trial. In her new memoir, Knox shares her story of life after prison and her ongoing struggle to prove her innocence. Despite being declared innocent and released, she expressed that she has never been able to fully live her life again. She noted that any expression of life on her part is often seen as an offense to the memory of her friend who was murdered.